Might get a chance to catch up with Jared later in the broadcast. Sudfeld under pressure on his first throw, looking for Jameson Williams, and it's intercepted on the opening throw of the game. Now trying to get a stop at their own 30 here, with this Ford Field crowd trying to help him out. Taylor under pressure, Bugs trying to track him down, and Taylor will scoot out of bounds. Graham Gano to attempt this field goal attempt, and gets the scoring rolling with the first three on the board for the Giants. And he's really emerged lately. We're excited to talk about Drummond. Quick screen set up here. Be just shy. Maybe the position group he's most excited to watch is the linebacker group. Derek Barnes will be calling things out. There's a big hit right away from Brian Branch.
God, they worked so hard. Coach Campbell absolutely loves him.
Brings up 3rd and 25. Trying to make a play on the near sideline. He got the scoring going on the Giants' last possession after that interception. And he does the same their second time. They've been packing training camp the last few weeks. Now they're packing Ford Field tonight. Sudfeld rolls, looking out, has Brock Wright, the big tight end, to start position for the offensive lineman. I hope he's going to be all right. Sudfeld has to flush the pocket this time through across his body, completes it to Jahmyr Gibbs. The rookie is a weapon. And when Gibbs has daylight, Lions fans are hoping to see that for years to come. Here's some more daylight for Gibbs up the middle.
It's a dream, an opportunity to perform in that pro day and get a real opportunity with the Detroit Lions.
This time, Jameson Williams.
Not necessarily having to get a touchdown on this play, but you want to get these 6 yards so you can continue this drive.
2 for 3 on 3rd down so far. Looking to the sideline.
Really move that guy so that you can get down the field and have a little bit more separation.
39-yard attempts for Riley Patterson. His prior years, he was battling for an individual spot. Now he's comfortable. It's just all about playing football. Tommy DeVito is in at QB now for the Giants. Finds his receiver on the outside. And is caught by Cole Beasley. Advances the Giants just shy of the 50. DeVito steps up, looking downfield. Another flag down. This one in the backfield. And also in the backfield was Benito Jones. He really worked his way up through the hole that time. It's going to be really fun to watch the guys going from year 2 to year 3, year 1 to year 2. Giants go back to Cole Beasley this time. Giants unsuccessful on 3rd down so far. Cole Beasley is able to... DeVito hands it off. Looks like he's short.
Now, Father Frank right now resting at home after a couple days.
Antoine Green with the reception up near midfield. Giants are just 1 for 5 on 3rd down. DeVito over the middle, has Crowder again. We expect Sudfeld this entire half and some of the 3rd quarter, but for potentially Adrian Martinez in the second half. Coda is open this time, and he's holding it in this time. Good patience there, too.
Absolutely.
Sudfeld's back to throw again, has plenty of time to work with. This is his 2nd interception of the game. Over the middle making the play is Dane Belton, and he'll roam down the sideline. Finally tracked down inside of the 15.
Floating in the middle of the defense. That pocket is as clean as it gets. But when the ball is floating in the middle of the you got to throw it over the linebacker. And it seems like he's trying to force, right? Both interceptions thrown to Jameson Williams, trying to force the ball in. And what you can see here is Jameson Williams isn't creating the separation that he once had at the University of Alabama.
Lions pinned back to their own goal line again. This is a one-on-one matchup in the end zone. Won by the Giants. Sweeney, and that is a New York touchdown. Tommy Sweeney on the receiving end there of the DeVito throw.
Yeah, it's that old tight end dump, right? Just a quick vertical route by the tight end. And, I mean, you can't play it any better, right? The only thing you can do, imagine being drafted to the Detroit Lions and you're greeted right after getting off the plane by Barry Sanders. Jahmyr Gibbs had to be happy as ever.
James Mitchell on the receiving end with Green in front of him. Sudfeld now flips it out to the flat. has another completion. They got close. Here's a completion on the sideline. 8 yards to go till the end zone. See if they can get these 8 yards. They won't get it on the third down opportunity.
He didn't want to warm up the oven and let somebody else eat the cake.
No, we can't do that.
Absolutely not.
Sedfeld looping it to the corner of the end zone. In and out of the hands of Drummond's flat.
Man-to-man defense, but there's no Cole Beasley. I say the Lions get a stop here. Boom!
I'd say you're right. In the backfield, they collapse on DeVito. Dable was the OC with the Dolphins at the time, and Dan Campbell was interviewing for the tight ends coaching job, and he got the job.
Yeah.
Those two go back.
And let me tell you, last year, I'll let you know if this return.
Maurice Alexander found a crease, showcasing why he is good at this roll. Couple of pirouettes, and Alexander's loose down the sideline. Maurice Alexander, goodbye.
You know what, Jason? Now that I think about it, unimportant.
Ford Field is alive on a Friday night. Not one, but two spin moves from Alexander. 95 yards to the house. "95 yards for Maurice Alexander, and now the Lions will go for two.
They're going for a win today.
Why not? Sedfeld lofts it to the end zone. Did Jamison Williams come down with that? He did. 3rd and 13 for DeVito. Pressure comes again. Ball is out. Looking for the sideline.
So hard to find, and the Detroit Lions have found one in Teddy Bridgewater.
Like you said, if you're a Lions fan right now, back home in Oregon, first time ever playing organized football together. Lions trying to find the... Parker Romo's wife just had a baby a few days ago, so he's been out of practice recently, but the leg still looks very fresh. DeVito will throw it down, and he will be sacked. And the line's been fun to watch. So the linebackers. Martinez in the game now has a completion here over the middle out to Jacksonville coming here next week. And Carolina after that, the 3 preseason games. Here's a gaping hole opening up on the sideline, and a big carry for Ja'Shawn Corbin. DeVito's dragged down from behind.
Martinez looks really poised.
He does. He had a lot of years of college experience between Nebraska and Kansas State as he finds a great family. Great family. It was super cool chatting with them the other day. DeVito going down the seam has a completion in Lions territory. 60,000 strong at Ford Field tonight, letting DeVito hear it. And that is... It's going to be a 47-yarder for Graham Gano, trying to give the Giants the lead with 8:04 to go in the fourth quarter.
You're going to have to contribute on special teams, or there's no place for you on the team.
Snell spends time with the Steelers. Martinez has a completion into Giants territory.
He wants to make this field go nice and long and give a real opportunity to show what he's got when you're thinking of Romo.
Another chunk gain here. It's 3rd and goal from the 1. Martinez gives the Lions the lead.
He had some opportunities, and to no fault of his own, he wasn't able to convert and get first downs. This time he drives the ball all the way down the field and punches it in himself. And remember, on this drive,
1 minute to go. DeVito sacked again. Akwara off the edge. 4th down. 4th and 15 for the Giants. DeVito pressured again. Just lofts it in the air. This will be intercepted to seal the deal on preseason victory number 1. Some well-deserved smiles, too. Able to head out on the field here.